Alright, welcome back. This time around, we're going to take a look at a couple more cameras. The last time we looked at 4 cameras and we kind of went over the basic properties of them. This time around, we're just going to select a few more cameras. We'll take a look at how they work with the systems and build a game. So, first one, let's go ahead and we'll go do the bobbing camera right here. I'll place a bob camera in. So the basic idea behind it, we'll turn invisibility on so we can see it while we're playing. The idea is that you have an auto or not auto. So if it's on auto, the camera will be doing this the moment it's triggered or enabled. If it's turned off, then it's based on the player movement. So only when the player moves does it actually go up and down. You can change things, adjust things like height. So if you want the camera to go higher, if you increase the speed, then it gets tighter and faster. We'll keep this one kind of nice and soft right here. So we'll just do a soft speed right there. Alright, and then how about we do a second one of that one. So we'll place one more in the scene, but this one will actually do where it goes a little faster. So you can notice that when it comes to adjusting things, you can actually place in multiple camera tiles. Each one of these are basically adjusting through the trigger the properties of the camera, so you can have a lot of different variation with it. So what we can do here, let's see, we have 2. Let's go ahead and just test this out so you can see it. So when the player moves by it, you have the first one. And then if you get to the second one, you have the adjustment of it, so now it's a little tighter and faster. And these are both set to unlimited on the triggering, so every time you go to it, it's constantly going to be changing to that next set of properties for it. Alright. So we know those work, so let's go ahead and add a different one here. Let's actually look at, let's see what we got. Actually, the pass-through camera. This will be a kind of fun one. So the pass-through camera, the idea behind this one is that you can actually go from one side of the screen or one side of the trigger box to another. So for instance, the full screen width means I can go to the edge of the screen. I'll appear on the other side of the screen. If you were playing with multiple players, all players will be going across, objects will be going across. We'll do both. We'll do the height and the width. However, if you wanted, you could turn one or both off. You can use the portal, meaning the trigger size, and you can say how big you want the player to actually walk between one spot to another on that one. Alright, so we'll do it this one, and then let's make sure that the visibility was on. There we go. Alright, so basic pass-through system here. Let's go ahead and just test this out. So when I turn this one on, when I get to the edge over here, my player actually turns and goes to the other side of the screen. So for instance, if you were to walk off the edge, now all of a sudden your player is just going up and down through it that way. Alright, so pretty nice little system, and all of them working together, so we still have this one going across that way. Alright, so let's take a look at 2 more, that way we can see a couple extra pieces here. How about we take a look at the save and loading. So when your character's playing, you might have a moment where you're actually wanting to save the current state of the character's camera, change a whole bunch of stuff, but then reload the camera to where it was before. You have a simple save load camera on this one. So for instance, I'm going to go over here and put the save camera on this side right here. And then how about we go right here for the loading. Alright, so we'll go ahead and play the, actually let's go ahead and turn the visibility on both of those. Here, we'll go back real quick. Alright. We'll turn visibility on that one, and on that one. There we go. Alright, so at this point, the character doesn't have anything, but if I go over and say, for instance, I'm on this one, and I do the save, but then I go over and my camera's now changing to this, and my camera's on this one. Well, when I go back over to here, we're on the tight one, but also notice I'm not going to the other side of the screen either. So the only thing that was saved during that time was the last state that I was in. So now I'm going to this one and this one. We'll hop over that one right there. So now I'm going to save here, which means I can go across the screen, I can hit this one, and I can still go across. So notice that the last one that I had is still the same one I have. So then I can do this, save, and so once I've saved, I'll go over here and change so you can see it. So now we go to this one and reload to the faster one. There you go. So it's just very simple saving loading, but it's based on the current one, so that anytime your player has to go into something unique, you don't have to keep track of what it was in terms of camera and properties. Those two tiles are just going to keep track of it for you, and then just applying and reapplying it is just a nice simple element to it. So it's going to be just a couple more cameras for you. Hope you got a chance to kind of enjoy some of the other features for it, and some things that you'll be able to test out here in the near future. All right, thanks.